In this video, we are going to be talking to a Ford master technician, Bearded Ford Tech, about 3 things that you can do maintenance-wise to get more longevity out of your pickup truck. We are here with Bearded Ford Tech. Thanks for being here.
Yes,
Thanks
sir.
for working on my truck. Just finished a little session. And as many of you know, he is a certified Ford master technician with many, many years of experience. And I wanted to just get his thoughts on like 3 things that you could do as an owner of a pickup truck, whether it's diesel or gas, to extend the life of that thing, that asset that you've purchased.
Yeah. Well, as for diesel engines or gasoline vehicles, your transmission is one of the top things that people neglect all the time. And I recommend 60,000 miles, drop the fluid, drop the filter, change it. If you're towing, you want to do it at about 30 to 40,000 miles. So that'll keep it going. If you stick to that regimen, you shouldn't have any towing problems or transmission shifting issues. Another one.
What are your thoughts on flushes versus drain and fill versus whatever else they tell you they do at the dealership but probably don't?
So, okay, that's funny because they'll say, hey, we're going to flush it, and all they do is just like stick a tube in there and suck about 5 or 6 quarts out and then stick another tube in there. Now there is flush machines that they will hook to it and it'll come through clear, and that's how you know you got it all out.
Right.
So if you've never had your filter changed before and you're right at the 60,000 mark, go ahead and drop the pan and change the filter and then put the fluid into it and then run that for a little bit. You can actually do a flush after you fill it up. You can actually flush with the machine that way. If you don't have a machine to flush it, you can suck it out, add more, suck it out, add more. If you just do the filter and just the fluid that you take out of it, that's fine. It's going to mix in, and then you're going to do it again in another 30, 40, 50, 60,000 miles anyway. So it'll get you by, and you shouldn't have any problems if you do it that way. So
Good advice.
another one would be coolant. A lot of people neglect coolant. Obviously everybody knows what a coolant does. It keeps the engine cool or at optimal temperature, and people actually neglect that. Coolant does go bad. Even if you just drain the primary and secondary, obviously this is 6.7, yours has a primary and secondary. Mine only has a primary. Drain that out. You can flush it with distilled water and then do a vacuum fill on it. If you don't have a vacuum fill, you can just top it off, burp it, and then do that. Recommend doing that about the same time you do the transmission, 30 to 60,000 miles. They tell you 150,000 miles, but coolant does degrade over time. So, and then it starts to get clogged up inside the system, and then you got all these passages and ports that are clogged up. Do not add stop leak to it, please. If you have a leak, fix it. Do not add stop leak to it. Do not do that. Fuel filters. If you have a diesel, fuel filters. A lot of you guys have been neglecting these fuel filters, and that is what is holding contaminants from making your CP4 blow up. If you have a CP4, you have a disaster prevention kit, which is better than nothing. And your CP4 is actually the original one, is still going strong, which is good. But fuel filters, I always recommend that you replace those. Do those about every 15,000 miles, which is half of what Ford recommends. They recommend every 30,000. At least once a month, get down there and drain the fuel water separator and see if you have any water in there. Guys always neglect those. They'll go 30, 40, 50,000 miles on a set of fuel filters and then wonder why it's low start. Not low start, wonder why it's a hard start, or they get low fuel rail pressure codes. Clogged up filter will cause a low fuel rail pressure code. So fuel filters, coolant, and transmission fluid. Those are 3 of the most neglected ones that I know of that people don't actually do, that I recommend that you do half of what the dealership tells you to. And going back to that 10-speed transmission, there has been dealers out there telling people that they can't do it because there's no filter inside of it, which is actually incorrect. There is a filter inside the transmission, also inside the 6-speed. So those 3 things, you should be good to go. Everybody knows about oil. I've done a lot of oil testing. You've done oil testing.
Mm-hmm.
You can go further on a good quality oil, but don't just dump it in there and go that far. Test it, see where your happy medium spot is.
Right, have a process.
Have a process.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I appreciate the time, and honestly, those are great tips to get you know, 3 easy, simple, well, maybe not easy, but simple things that you can do.
You can do it at home.
Yeah, to increase the longevity of your vehicle and to just, you know, protect things and just keep it running nice. You know, I don't know. There's something about, you know, when you change the fluids in a vehicle and you get in it and drive, you know, I know it's probably complete placebo, but it you
Feels
know,
good.
it feels good. Yeah.
Rear end fluid too.
Yeah.
Yeah, rear end fluid about every 60,000 miles. If you're towing 40, 50,000 miles.
Yeah.
Same with the transmission fluid, about the same time. So
Cool.
yeah, and make sure you buy the right parts.
Yeah. I just didn't buy the right parts and it almost meant I had to buy a whole new front end. That wasn't going to be fun at all. So yeah. Yeah, there's a reason that when mechanics work on your car, they tell you, well, most tell you they will not accept customer parts. And yeah, but for a reason that I exhibited quite well today. But anyway, thanks, boss.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate you being here. And yeah, you heard the man. Take care of your rig and it will take care of you. Thank you all for watching. Subscribe to Bearded Ford Tech and Power Stroke Maintenance, and we'll see you next time. Hey, quiet down.